Hello, everybody.
Hello, Mr. John.
How we doing?
Good. And you?
Doing all right. Yeah, gosh, it's all right. Look at all these people. All right. All right, well, guys, we'll get started here in 1 minute. All right, everybody, it is 6 o'clock, so let's get started. So, guys, welcome back. Here we are. It is May 5th. Wow, it's already May. So, welcome back. Now, today we're starting a new topic, and we're starting a new level. So, today we are beginning in the low beginners level. So, we're moving from the basic level now to the next level. So now we're going into the low beginners. And we're starting with our very first lesson on personal information. And then later, we're going to do a little question review. We're going to practice with the question words when, where, what, how, and who. So we're going to practice with those today. So guys, let us begin today for our new lesson in low beginning. So let's get started.
Hello, everyone.
How are you, Jean-Baptiste?
I am fantastic. What about you?
Oh, that's good to know. Fantastic. Okay. All right, everyone. So in the new level, each lesson has an introduction. Okay, so this is the introduction to our level. So let's look at it. So it says in this lesson, you are going to listen to people introducing themselves. Then you are going to speak about yourself. So we're going to give personal information and we're going to review the family. So we're going to start with that topic here today. Now, in the low beginners level, we start with a little activity. So everyone, let's look at this picture. Okay, so everybody, let's look at the picture. Okay. All right, so in the picture, we have some questions. Let's look at those questions. So question number 1 says, what do you see in the picture? So class, what do we see when we look at the picture?
Student.
Some students. All right, let's take a look. That's right. Students, a classroom, a school. Yeah. So we see the students here. Let's see, Mr. John, let's see if we remember. Guys, do you remember what is this? Do you remember what does she have here?
Pen.
A pen.
Yeah.
Pen.
Okay, and then what is she writing on? Do you remember?
I don't have things.
Let's see, maybe a notebook.
Yes.
Maybe a binder, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. Yeah. In fact, I look at the picture. I see Some notebooks, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe this is English class.
Yes.
So the next question asks us, why are the people in school? Well, let's look and see. Why are they in school? Yeah, maybe to study English. Yeah. So class, there are two question words already for us. What and why? Why? Right? So these are some questions we might practice a little bit today. So class, let's think about that question why. Why are you in school? Why? Why are you in school?
In
To
because it's
study English?
important.
Yeah, John Baptiste, go ahead.
Because it's important.
It is important.
English is important.
That's right. Hey, let's make a list because we want to study English. Okay, right? That's what Nancy, that's what you said, right? To study English because English is important. Ooh, I like that. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's good to study English because
Mhm.
English is important. Yeah. Maybe because Mr. John is our favorite teacher.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, good answer. All right.
The best teacher too.
Best. Wow. Okay. Good
Oh,
answer.
favorite teacher.
Nice. Very nice. Okay. Well, you were my favorite students, huh? All right. So that question, why? That's a good question. We're going to practice that more this in this lesson. Why? And then also think about the question, what? So we're going to practice more questions, but let's continue. Okay, let's continue. Now, in our lessons, we have some vocabulary. Now, let's see if you can remember the family. Can you remember the different people we have for the family? So let's take a look and see. And if you can see, each one has a number, right? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Now, as we look here at the words, we notice here that we have something to listen to. So, for example, let's listen to number 1. Okay. So, everyone, listen to number 1.
Father,
Mm.
father,
Right. So, what word did we hear?
father,
Father.
Father. Okay.
Father.
Okay, so for number 1, we have father. All right, now class, if number 1 is father, what do you think number 2 is?
Mother.
Maybe mother? Okay, let's listen.
mother,
Hey, good
Mother.
job. All right. So we've got father and mother. Okay. All right, now let's look at the next picture. I think the next picture is talking about the 2 people here. So let's look at our words up here at the top. Which ones might be for the 2 people? We have husband, children, wife, brother, parents, and sister.
Wife.
Husband.
Well, let's see.
Parents.
I think we've got 2 people, right? So maybe John Baptiste,
Parents.
maybe parents. All right, let's listen.
parents,
Yeah, very good. Okay. Okay, class. So if they are the parents, then number 4 is,
Children.
oh, let's see.
children,
Hey, very good. Okay. All right, now let's look at number 5 and number 6. I think 5 and 6 is talking about their relationship, right?
Sister.
So maybe number 5 is sister.
Sister.
Think so, Clarissa? Let's listen.
sister,
Aha.
Sister.
Okay, so if 5 is sister, 6 is
Brother.
Brother.
Brother. Let's find out. Let's see. Okay, let's listen.
brother,
Very good. Okay, now finally. Okay, guys, now we have 2 words left, right? All right, so what do you think number 7 is?
Grandpa.
Husband.
Husband?
Grandpa.
Wife.
Well, it kind of looks like grandpa, I guess so. But we don't have grandpa as a word here, so yeah, maybe not grandpa. Let's listen. Let's see. Let's listen.
husband,
Yeah, I think husband. So,
Husband.
so if that's the husband, this is
Wife.
Wife.
the wife. All right, let's listen.
wife,
Okay, so let's check our answers. All right, congratulations. So we remember some of our family members, right? Yeah, and we also can remember, right? We also can remember singular, right? Singular and
Plural.
plural. That's right. For example, when we say father and mother, right? That would be singular, right?
Yeah.
But when we talked about the mother and the father together, we called them parents.
Parents.
That's right. So we remember that parents, right, has the letter S. Now remember, we also have children. Now, class, is children the singular or the plural?
Plural.
It's the plural. That's right.
Children. Plural.
That's right. So now, so here's a question. What is the singular of children?
Child.
Very good. That's right. Child.
Sure.
Okay. Now you're saying, Mr. John, child is the singular and children, no S?
No S.
No S. Okay. So remember, English is
Good.
crazy. Yes. So in this case, children is not like parents. It's not like, students, right? We don't use an S for that word. Okay. So in this case, we have an idea. When we call this plural form of children, we would say we call this an irregular form.
Children.
We call that irregular. Yeah. So for example, when we make a plural in English, yeah, usually we put an S, right? But for example, children, no. Children is different. So we say this is irregular. Irregular. Okay? So English has many irregular words. So in this case, English is crazy. Yes, that is true. All right, excellent. So we have child and children, and then we have mother, father, singular words, and of course, parents. Okay, very good, guys. Excellent work so far. All right, let's continue. Okay, now thinking about our pictures, there are some more words for us to think about. And again, these are many words we've studied in our last lesson. Up here at the top, we have some other words. Let's take a look at them. So class, let's repeat these words again, okay? So let's repeat them. Daughter.
Daughter.
Family.
Family.
Auto mechanic. Jobs.
Job.
Certificate.
Certificate.
Nursing assistant. Son. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you. So for example, Jean-Baptiste, so which picture is daughter? Which picture? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7?
6. 6.
Number 6. Okay. All right. Clarissa, which one is the family?
Family. 7.
Number 7. Okay. Nancy, which one is the auto mechanic?
Number 3.
Number 3. Aisha, are you there, Aisha? Is that you?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. Excellent. Aisha, which one is jobs? Do you know?
Number 2.
Number 2. All right. Let's see. Fazilet, what about certificate? What do you think is certificate?
Get 5.
Number 5?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Which one? So let's see. Who else is here? Oh, I see. Marie. Marie, you're here. Marie, are you there?
Mary.
Hello, Marie.
No. One.
Hello, hello.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Fazilet
Oh,
wants to
Mr.
change her
John.
mind. Oh, no.
One.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay. So Fazilet says number 1 is certificate.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's see. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you, Nancy. Which one is nursing assistant?
Number 5.
Number 5. Okay. All right. So, guys, what do you think? Number 4 is
Son.
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 Okay. All right. Let's check our answers. Let's see. All right. Excellent work. Yeah. Let's talk about certificate for a moment. Okay. Let's talk about this word. Yeah. So a certificate is again a piece of paper, right? A piece of paper. And for example, when we go to maybe diploma, for example.
Yeah, diploma.
Yeah. So here in the United States, maybe if you go to high school, right, you get a high school diploma or a certificate.
Certificate.
Yeah.
Mr. John,
Yes, ma'am.
I have a question.
Okay.
No certificate for you? School student?
Repeat it again.
You don't give the certificate?
Oh, certificates for the English program?
Yes.
Yeah, we don't give certificates, but for example, if a student wants a letter,
Okay.
yeah, that's a good question. Sometimes students ask Mr. John, do we give certificates? So no certificates, but we do give a letter if you want a letter.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good question because Jean-Baptiste, our program is free, right? So
Yeah.
I
Now-
know.
now, Jean-Baptiste, if you want to give me money, okay, I'll take your money. Okay, so I'll take your money,
How much?
and I'll give you a certificate. And I'll give you a certificate. There you go.
Yeah.
How much?
Yeah.
$10 million. No,
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
My
Yeah, sorry.
gosh.
No certificate. Well, if you want a letter though, you can send me an email. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. No certificate. Yeah. So okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good
Okay.
question. I like that. Good question. Okay. All right. Yeah. So for example, in the United States, we might have a high school diploma. That's, like a certificate. Yeah. So, okay. All right. Very good. Very good.
Graduation.
Yeah. For graduation. Yeah. When people
Diploma.
graduate. Yeah. You get a diploma, high school, college, or university. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Very good. Now, class in the low beginning level. Okay. So when we're practicing here with the low beginning level, sometimes we have activities, some different activities. For example, in this lesson is called Listen and Speak. So we have some listening activities that we're going to do, and we also will have some speaking activities. Now, today we're going to look at some listening activities. Okay. And then with our time, we're going to do some questions. So let's go to the listening activities now. Okay, so everyone, let's look at the information here. Okay, everybody look at the information. Now, in this topic, it says we're going to talk about ourselves. We're going to say our name and then give more information about ourselves. For example, let's look at this person here. Okay, so let's take a look. It says, "Hi, my name is Dia. I'm from Mexico." Okay, very good. Now here at the top of the screen, we have some sentences, right? Some things to match in the different pictures. So first, let's look at the pictures. Everyone look at the pictures. Okay, so there's picture number 1. Okay. Here's picture number 2. Here's picture number 3. And then here's picture number 4. Okay. Now, class, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read these little expressions up here at the top. Okay. And class, you tell me which picture am I describing? Picture 1, picture 2, picture 3, or picture 4. Okay. So, for example, if she says, "I want to get a nursing assistant certificate," which number am I talking about?
Number 4.
Number 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's put it in number 4. Let's try it. Okay. Okay, let's try the next one. It says, "At night, I study English."
Number 3.
Okay, number 3 looks like she's in a classroom. Okay. Okay, it says, "During the day, I'm with my son."
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay. And then number 1,
Number
"I live in
New York.
Okay, so class, let's go back and read her story. Okay, so let's go back and read her story. So, for example, let's go back to the first part. Right. So, Clarissa, would you read this first part for us again? Right here.
I don't understand my story.
Yeah. No, her Diaz. Uh-huh.
Okay. Hi, my name is Dia. I'm from Mexico.
All right. Very good. All right, Jean Baptiste. Jean Baptiste, would you continue? Thank you, Clarissa.
Okay.
Yes. I live in New York.
All right. Very good. Idris, would you like to read number 2?
During the day, I am with my son.
Very good. Aisha, would you like to read number 3?
I think this student in English.
All right, let's try the first part again. At night.
At night, I student English.
All right, very good. And then Nancy, would you like to read number 4?
I want to get
Nursing
nursing
assistant.
assistant. Sorry.
That's good. You're doing fine. Certificate. You want to try it again? Let's try it again. Ready? I want to get
I want to get nursing
assistant
assistant and
certificate.
certificate.
Very good. That was very good. Yeah, so we're going to practice this little conversation in our next class, this little presentation. So, for example, when we practice, we're going to think about our information. So, for example, let's try the first part as an example, okay? So, for example, we have Dia, right? She talks about her information. Let's think about you. So, for example, you could say, "Hi, my name is..."
Yeah.
I'm
And you could
from
say,
Haiti.
I'm from.
I'm
Okay.
Haiti.
All right. So let's everybody, let's practice it. All right. So Jean-Baptiste, you start.
My name is Jean-Baptiste. I am from Haiti.
All right. Very good. Clarissa, would you like to try it?
Hi, my name is Clarissa. I'm from Brazil.
Excellent. Okay. Fazilet, would you like to try it?
Hi, my name is Fazilet. I am from Turkey.
All right. Very good. All right. Nancy, you want to try it?
My name is Nancy. I'm from China.
All right. Excellent. Now, Marie, are you there, Marie? Can you hear us?
Hi,
All right.
my name is Mali. I am from Haiti.
All right. Excellent. Adrice, would you like to try it?
Hi, my name is Adris. I am from DRC Congo.
I'm sorry. Congo, is that what you said?
DRC Congo.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Norris, would you like to try this?
Hi, my name is Nori. I am from Cuba.
That's wow. So we got Haiti, Cuba, Brazil, Turkey, China, right? We got all kinds of different countries here. All right, excellent. Now, in our next class, we're going to continue and we're going to think about how we can describe our situation, right? How we can describe ourselves. So, for example, right? So, for example, she says, I live in New York, right? I live in New York.
Okay.
Now, I could say, for example, I live
In Kentucky.
Yeah. You could say, I live in Kentucky. If you want, you could give the city. You could say, for example, I live in Erlanger.
It's not
Florence.
Florence, Covington, Fort Mitchell,
Burlington.
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 Yeah. Now, Clarissa, where are you?
I live in Londrina,
Okay.
Paraná.
Wow. Yeah. So we could give our city, right? We could say Kentucky. Yeah. So all of those are good. Yeah.
I live in Florence.
Florence. Yeah.
My son.
That's right. Your son and Tassie, right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. Yeah. So I live in Lakeside Park.
Me too.
Yeah. So I think we're neighbors. Yeah. I live in Lakeside Park. Yeah. So that's where I live. All right. Excellent. Okay, now we'll continue. We're going to continue this in our next class. Okay, but this is like an introduction when we can talk about ourselves. All right, so good job, everybody. That's a good start for this activity. All right, let me clear the screen. Okay. All right. Let's continue. Let's go to one more activity, and then we're going to go back and look at questions. Now, in this picture, everyone look at our picture here. So we have three people. Take a look. We have Gabriella,
Yeah.
Emir, and Amal. Now, first thing I want us to do is let's listen. Okay, so let's just listen. They're going to talk about a little about their personal information. So let's listen. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Gabriella, and I'm from Colombia. I live in Los Angeles with my family, my husband, my daughter, and my son. During the day, I'm with my children. I study English at night. I want to get an auto mechanic certificate.
Hi, my name is Emir. I'm from Turkey. I live in Miami with my brother. I study English during the day. I want to get a nursing assistant certificate.
Hello, my name is Amal. I live in Washington, D.C. with my mother, my father, and my sister. We are from Syria. I study English during the day. I want to get a job with computers.
Okay, now, in the information on the right side here, we're going to match where they are from and where they live.
Yeah.
Now let's go back and listen to Gabriella, and then we will choose her answers. Okay, so here is Gabriella again.
Hi, I'm Gabriella, and I'm from Colombia. I live in Los Angeles with my family, my husband, my daughter, and my son. During the day, I'm with my children. I study English at night. I want to get an auto mechanic certificate.
Okay, so class, let's look at number 1. So Gabriella is from
Washington.
Colombia.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and she lives in
Washington.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles or Washington? Okay,
Los Angeles.
Okay, well, we'll continue and then we'll go back, okay?
Yeah.
All right, now let's listen to Amir again.
Turkey.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Hi, my name is Emir. I'm from Turkey. I live in Miami with my brother. I
Miami.
study English during the day. I want to get a nursing assistant certificate.
Okay, so Amir is from
From Turkey.
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 Lives in Miami.
And he lives in Miami. Okay.
Miami.
Okay. All right, so now let's finish with Amal.
Amal.
Hello, my name is Amal. I live in Washington, D.C. with my mother, my father, and my sister. We are from Syria. I study English during the day. I want to get a job with computers.
Okay, so where is Amal from?
Syria.
Syria.
Syria. And she lives in Washington, D.C. Okay, well, let's check our answers. All right, very good. Very good.
Can you hear us?
Yes. Okay. All right, so now the question that I'm practicing with here is the question where? Where?
Hello?
Right? So this question word, where, right? This is a question word that we use. For example, where are you from? Right? Where are you from? And where do you live?
Where do you live?
Yeah, so these are some questions that we're going to practice here in just a moment. But for example, the question word where, right? This is the question we might use from your country of origin, right? So Colombia, Syria, Turkey, Brazil, and where you live, right? Your location. So that question word we're going to practice with here in just a moment. But that's the question we're asking with. Where? Okay.
It is after the exam.
So now let's go and practice some questions. Okay. Now I'm going to switch back to my presentation and let's talk about these question words. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So everyone, let's repeat these question words. Okay. So everybody, let's repeat. What?
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 Where?
Where?
who,
Who,
when,
When?
where,
how.
How?
Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take these parts of the questions. Okay, so for example, it says, do you do? And we're going to match it to the correct question.
Yeah.
So for example, which one should we use for do you do? What should we use it for?
What?
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 What do you do?
What do you do? Okay,
Yeah.
very good. All right, excellent. Okay, what about this one? Are you today?
Where?
where,
Where are you
where
today?
are you today?
Maybe where are you today?
Yeah.
You today.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, what about this one here? Is your birthday?
Birthday?
When?
Where,
Oh, good one, Clarissa.
When
When
is
is your
your
birthday?
when
Okay.
is,
How about this one? Do you get to work?
How?
How do you get to work?
Yeah.
Okay, what about this one? Are you from?
how are
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Where are you from?
Where are you from? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, what about this one? Is your father's name?
where,
Who is
Where
your
is your
father
father
name?
name?
where is
Who?
your father name?
Okay, now guys, I heard 4 different questions here.
Yeah.
All right, I'll help us out here. I think it's what? What is
What
your
is-
father's name?
Ah,
Yeah, what is your father's name? Now, we'll talk about what and who in just a moment, okay? What about this one? The date. The date.
okay.
Who is the date?
Who is the
No, not who.
Wow.
Where?
are you from?
What?
When,
Teacher.
What is the date?
what is the date?
Okay. All right, guys, we have 2 more. Much
How?
are eggs.
How?
How? How much are eggs?
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, and then finally, is the teacher?
Where is the teacher?
Where is the
Well,
teacher?
we could put it in lots of places, right? We could say where is the teacher? How is the teacher?
Where?
Who is the teacher?
But
How is the
we
teacher?
probably would use it here. Who is the
Who
teacher?
is the
Who
teacher?
is the teacher?
Okay. But you are correct. We could use it in other places. Now, class, let's go and practice the questions. Let's say the questions. Ready? Let's repeat. Ready? Okay. So, what is your father's name? Everyone, let's repeat.
What
What is your
father's
father's
name?
name? Okay. What do you do?
What
What do you do?
What is the date?
What is the date?
Date?
Where are you today?
Where are you today?
Where are you from?
Where
are you
are you from?
Who is the teacher?
Who is
Who
the
is the teacher?
When is your
When is
birthday?
your birthday?
When
When
is
is your birthday?
How do you get
How,
to work?
how do you get to work?
How much are eggs?
How
much
much?
Okay, now, before we continue, let's take a look and say, for example, this one here. Are you today? Right? Are you today? I think we can use this question, right? I think we can use this question for a couple of different places, right? For example, I could take this one. I could also say, how are you today?
How are you today?
Right?
También.
Yeah. So we might use that one. How are you today? Right? Okay. So that one would be okay there. What about this one? You said, is the teacher. We could say, Where is the teacher?
Where is the teacher? Yeah.
Uh, could I say, how is the teacher?
No.
You sure?
What?
Well, for example, I can say, how are you? How are you today? How are you today, class?
Yes. Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good. I'm fine.
Yeah.
What do you say, Jean-Baptiste? I'm fantastic.
I am fantastic.
Okay, now class, how is the teacher today?
Good.
Oh, good.
Good.
Very good.
Happy.
Happy.
Okay. Okay, now let me,
Great.
all right, now let me change it. How is the teacher today?
Good.
Oh,
With? Oh.
teacher get
Oh,
sick.
sick. Oh no, sick. Yes.
Sick.
Yeah, so we could ask this for many questions, right? Okay. All right. Now let's go around for just a moment. Let's practice a few of these questions. For example, when is your birthday? So how would you answer this question? When is your birthday? Nancy, when is your birthday? January, February, March. When is your birthday?
I don't want to say.
You don't want to say. Well, for example, my birthday is May 13th.
13. Ah,
Yeah.
May 14.
It's next week.
Oh, me is it today?
It's today?
Yes, it's today.
Okay, everybody, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Aisha. There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so there you go. Party time. Okay.
God bless you.
Yeah,
Good.
thank
That's
you.
good. All
Thank you
right,
so
very
much.
good. I like it. So don't
Yeah.
worry. You don't have to tell us how old you are. It's okay. Don't tell. Yeah, don't tell. Yeah. All right. So my birthday is May 13th, right? Aisha, your birthday is May 5th.
Next
Wow.
5, yes.
That's amazing. Okay. All right. So Nancy, do you know your birthday now? Figured out your birthday?
Nancy forget.
Nancy has forgotten. She doesn't want to tell us. That's okay. That's all right. That's okay. All right. Let's try another question. What is your father's name? What is your father's name? How would you answer that question? What is your father's name? Fazilet, how would you answer that question? What is your father's name?
My first name. My first name is.
Hold on. Fazilet, say it again. Say it again.
Pinder.
Finder. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Finder. Okay. Norris, what is your father's name?
Father, Antonio.
Antonio. Okay.
Antonio.
Okay. Nancy, you gave an answer to your father's name?
Zhang Yuanfu.
Young Fu. Okay.
Zhang Yuanfu.
Zhang Young Fu. Okay. All right. Clarissa, what is your father's name?
George.
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 Oh, okay. George. Okay. All right. Very good. Now, in our next class, what we're going to do is we're going to take some of these questions and we're going to change the questions a little bit. So, for example, if I say, who is the teacher? Who is the teacher?
Teacher.
Yeah, so for example, Mr. John,
He
right?
said
Mr.
John.
John. Okay.
Teacher.
But I can change the question. For example, instead of teacher, I can change the word teacher to another person, right? For example, if I say who is, so for example, if I say
Who is your mother?
Very good. Yeah, I can change,
Yeah.
right? I can change the words in the sentence, right? So for example, we change it to a different word, right? Yeah. So the idea is in our next class, we're going to change different parts of the question to make new questions, right? So for example, when I say, when is your birthday? I can change birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I might say, for example, when is your, maybe I can say, when is your vacation?
Vacation.
Oh, nice. Huh? Yeah, vacation. Yeah, that's a good question, Mr. John. Yes. Yeah, so we're going to practice next time. We can change different parts of the question and we can make new questions. Okay? So, what I'll do is I will share this picture here with you, and then next class we'll practice making some new questions. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, very good. Okay, everybody. Well, guys, our time is up for today. So I just want to remind everybody to check your email, do our activities, and watch our video. All right? Okay, so everybody, we will see you on Wednesday, May 7th, and happy birthday
Bye,
once
Mr.
again to
John.
Aisha. Happy birthday, happy birthday.
Thank you, Mr. John.
Mr. John.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.